With 1,400 exhibitors and almost 20,000 visitors, the Winter Fantasy Food Show in San Francisco is a must-attend event if you're buying or selling innovative food and beverage products. Here's just a few that caught my eye. First up is Tio Gazpacho, where I talked with founder and chief executive Austin Allen. Just give us an idiot's guide to what gazpacho is and what kind of reaction you get from people when you talk about it.
Yeah, so gazpacho is a chilled vegetable soup that they serve in the summertime in Spain. It's exactly like our gazpacho classico, this red one right here. It's made with organic tomatoes, green peppers, cucumbers, garlic, a really beautiful olive oil, some Himalayan pink salt, and a sherry vinegar. And we have two other varieties that are kind of Americanized modern versions of gazpacho. We have a carrot and yellow tomato version, and then we have this gazpacho verde, which is a little bit spicy. And they're all chilled vegetable soups that are totally organic, gluten-free, vegan, and they've never been cooked, heated, or pasteurized, and have no funky chemicals or flavors or additives or anything like that. It's just whole food, high-quality ingredients, all blended up together in a drinkable format. So
what's your strategy to get this product out there into the marketplace?
So right now we're only sold in Florida. We launched the product there where we're based, but very soon we're going to be launching in New York City. So we're talking to Fresh Direct, Balducci's, King's, Shaw's, all in the Northeast. Whole Foods we're talking to as well, Fresh Market. So very quickly with one or two more new customers, we could triple or quadruple our business overnight. And then the sky's the limit from there. We're looking to be up and down the East Coast by probably the third quarter of this year, and nationwide at the latest by the middle of next year.
Next, I visited Pok Pok Som, where I interviewed Dylan Myers, who is operations manager. You're selling drinkable vinegar. Could you tell me a bit about what that is and how you actually drink it?
Yeah, sure. It's a fruit-infused vinegar concentrate. We start with a base vinegar. It's made from sugar cane, and then we macerate fresh fruit in it, and we sweeten it and add a little sea salt to it, and just a few ingredients. And then we dilute it with soda water to make an all-natural soda, and then you could add some your favorite spirit to it to make a cocktail, and there's some culinary applications as well for it.
Okay, so you wouldn't drink it neat then?
No, it's really sweet and really tart, and it's not intended to do that. No.
Okay, not on the rocks then?
No.
Okay, so tell us a bit about how this resonates with US consumers.
I think we're a little ahead of the trend right now, but the whole fermentation thing's really taken off, and I think this kind of falls into that with the kombucha and kimchi and pickling and everything. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us, and best of luck with the brand going forward.
Next, I checked out the Arctic Zero booth, where I interviewed Chief Executive Amit Pandey. So you've just unveiled a completely new look for the brand. Can you tell me a bit about what motivated that and what you're trying to achieve with the new look?
We switched to hand-drawn illustrations, vibrant new colors, calorie call-outs in the front, and then we did something a little different on the lid. We wanted to be able to explain that our product is lactose-free, gluten-free, fat-free, and low glycemic, and we used pictures in a word cloud on the top of the lid, allowing us to keep the front of the packaging very, very clean, that we think connects better with the consumer.
Can you talk about where it sits on shelf and what else is out there, or are you really sort of standing alone in the category?
In respects to this category, we stand alone. There's no one else who has a 150 calorie pint with the quality of ingredients using hormone-free whey protein and antioxidant-rich monk fruit.
How are retailers viewing the category, and what's happening to the allocation of space in your market?
I think retailers are just matching consumer demand. Consumers aren't just looking for something that's cold and sweet anymore. They're looking for products that are nutrition-packed and that are guilt-free, but still satisfy their sweet tooth. And I think our product does that better than anything else. It really has all the fiber, all the protein, all the nutrition without any of the guilt.
Okay, so one thing we haven't talked about is new products. Anything interesting coming up in the pipeline?
We do. We have something very exciting coming up in March. I can't quite announce it, but we think it'll be transformative to the industry and transformative to the category, and I'm really looking to unveil that in March.
Okay, well, thank you so much for joining us. You heard it here first, new product coming up in a couple of months. And then I headed to the booth of Califia Farms, where I interviewed Chief Executive Greg Steltenpohl. Okay, so you're rolling out nationwide now the non-dairy creamers that are based on almonds. Could you talk a little bit about those and why you feel there's a market opportunity in that segment?
Right. Well, it's a little bit of a sleeper category. It's $2 billion. It's bigger than the plant-based beverage category. So it's crazy that as competitive as plant-based beverages are, no one had really tackled it and tried to make it available in grocery, you know, in Kroger and Safeway and Walmart and so on. So we're the first brand that's kind of come up and really made a serious kind of presentation that this is truly something different in terms of the health profile. It's less than half the calories. There's no trans fats or saturated fats. No artificial ingredients and colorants and titanium dioxides and whiteners, all these different things that had really made coffee creamers kind of a guilty sort of indulgence. Yeah. So we're trying to take the guilt out, bring a little bit more natural and exoticism, and also just elevate the morning experience for people that they love to have something special in their coffee.
So what kind of reaction have you had from retailers to the non-dairy creamer product?
Right. In a word, awesome.
And finally, I visited SMÁRI Organics, where I spoke with Smári Asmundsson, the founder and chief executive of the business. Okay, so first of all, tell me a bit about what Icelandic yogurt is and what's distinctive about your brand.
So Icelandic yogurt is a strained yogurt, like Greek yogurt is. To make a cup of Greek yogurt, you take 2 to 3 cups of milk, strain it into a cup of yogurt, and you get about 16 to 18 grams of protein. For ours, we strain it a little bit differently, and we strain it even more. So we have 4 cups of milk into a cup of yogurt, and for a cup of our pure, we have 20 grams of protein. But it's still even creamier than Greek yogurt is. Then for us, our milk is organic. I put less sugar in my yogurt than almost anybody on the market. I think we have the healthiest yogurt on the market.
Okay, so first of all, can you talk a bit about the kind of retail reception you've had here in the US to your brand, and how widely available the product is?
We are a fairly new brand. We've been exactly 2 years on the market. The reception has been incredible. It's hard to get retail or to get consumer to try a new brand, but we demo very heavily, and once people try it, it's game over, and they are loyal consumers.
So what about your ambitions over the next year or two? What are your goals for the business?
We are trying to become a national brand. We are available nationwide right now, but we're trying to increase the distribution as much as possible and become a household brand, essentially.
Well, thank you for joining me on my whistle-stop tour. This is Elaine Watson reporting for Food Navigator USA.